What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Christina. I am 37 years old and I'm an all cash budgeter. To all my returning subscribers, what's up, fam? How you doing? Today we are going to be budgeting out our month of December. We're going to be doing our first thing. Please note, this looks a little odd. I tried something different. It didn't work. It's alright though. I'm going to use it anyways because we don't waste product. But we're going to try to figure out kind of a basis of what we're going to do for the month. And then we'll focus then on our week one paycheck or our beginning of the month, because my husband does get paid once a month. So we will figure all of that out as we go along. So I did already put all of my bills on here and their due dates and their amounts, as well as my variable expenses and stuff, so we can do some calculations together. But I wanted to go ahead and be ahead of the game a little bit here. So what I didn't do was I didn't figure out how much we were going to need monthly for each one of our categories. So we are going to need $50 for the month dining out, $500 gas, $600, well no, that's not right, $750. Let me grab my wallet out. So $750 for groceries, $50 for household, $40, $80, $160, $210. So we need $210 for nicotine for the month. Self-care is going to be $50. Snacks, $20, $40, $60, $80. Well, that's $100. Car maintenance is going to be $25. Family time's $25. Fur babies $25. And then Idgits is just once a month, so it is $20. So now that I have those listed, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in, and so we can do the final calculations and see where we're at. It's showing up well on my end, so I hope it's showing up well for you guys. We've had a couple of little adjustments, but it's alright. We're going to see what we can do. So let's see what our total bills are for the month. So let me add those up real quick. Okay, so our total bills comes out to $2,833. Alright, and now we are going to go over and add up all of our variable expenses for the end. We'll do it for the week, and then we'll do it for the month. So I guess I really need to put a 0 here, because we don't do that weekly, we only do that monthly. Just as a little bit of a buffer, not anything huge, but just a little bit. Alright, let me see what we got. Alright, so that's going to be $355 for each week. Let me just move that up a little bit. And then for the month, we are going to be at alright, so we're going to be at $1,805 for the month. So now I have already put down here each of the pays of what we should be expecting. I never count my Etsy pay in this. You can do yours or any of your side hustles that you want to, but Etsy is just one, especially since I'm donating all of those proceeds for the month to take care of a child in need for Christmas. I'm not going to count it. But let's see what our income is going to be. Okay, so our income is going to be $5,529. Alright, so now I always come down here at the bottom, and this is just a thing I do. You don't have to, but I'm going to take the $5,529, which is our income, and I'm going to subtract our bills, which is $2,833, and then subtract $1,805, which is our variables, which leaves us with $891 to go towards sinking funds and savings challenges. Alright, so now that we have a rough overview of the month, I'm going to flip over and show you guys what I've done so far over here. So I have incomes 1 through 4 we get at the first of the month, and then after that it's just my income, what I have budgeted for. So we have, let me pull the calculator into view so you can see here. Alright, so $2,129 for the beginning of the month. Alright, and we're going to have to see kind of where we stand at, because I know from looking over here that if I need $355 each week, I'm going to also need the 20 here at the beginning. So I need $375 for sure. So let's see how many bills that we can get taken care of at one shot. I try to get as many of those bills knocked out at the beginning of the month, and I'm not a month ahead on everything, but I am a month ahead on my house payment. So, or well, I mean, I guess technically I am a month ahead on everything except for like my AT&T, and that's just because they're stubborn, because everything else is already, I've already got it saved for before the bill ever comes due. So let's see, we have 90. Alright, so we are at $1,533 so far for, let's see, minus $21.29. That leaves us with $596. I think I'm going to do $200 towards AT&T, and then I'm going to re-add that up to see where we actually end up with bills wise. Alright, so that's $1,733, but that's going to take care of everything except I will need to be adding each week to house as well as to AT&T. So if we take the $21.29 and we subtract the $17.33, that leaves us with $396. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down here to each one of these expenses. We're going to need 10, 100, 150, 10, 40, 10, 20, 5, 5, 5, and 20. Alright, so I usually don't show you guys this part, so I have it as the balance, so you could actually take $21.29, subtract $90 and see what you've got here, and then this amount here should match here. That is an option for you if you choose to do it that way. You can also use this as like an actual. So say you have budgeted $170 for your insurance and it's actually only $163, you could put that there instead so that you know where you're going. But over on the front page, I do have it set up that way where this is what is budgeted for and this is the actual amount, as well as what the difference is, and to mark it whenever it's paid. I don't usually really show you guys that part, and if you want a more in-depth video, please let me know and I will look at doing that. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to add up all of my variables and see what totals we have. Okay, so that's our $375. So, oh, and I'm writing backwards here. So now if we take the $396 minus the $375, that leaves us with $21. Alright, so we're not going to put anything towards debt because that is such a small amount and I need to have Christmas taken care of by then. For Christmas, I'm going to add the full 21 and I'm going to do nothing to challenges. So that will make us a zero-based budget. So now I'm going to transfer everything over real quick so that we can see how we need to break stuff down. Please note there are certain things that I will not pull out. For instance, I will not pull out the money for my insurance or for my student loan. I also will not pull out the money for Citi or the Walmart card or Discover or Capital One, simply because those will already be set up. With this right here, I already have, they're either already on auto pay or they'll already be set up to come out the day that this check hits the bank. So we won't need those. So what we will need, and I'm sorry if I just hit you guys, what we will need is, if I can get in frame, we're going to need house. We're going to need utilities. And I do pull out my utilities simply because if my bill is under the amount that I have budgeted for, I just leave the extra money to become a buffer for whenever it's colder or something's going on that is causing our electric bill to be higher. So we have utilities, upgrade, and ATT/DirecTV. And as soon as we have internet out here, DirecTV is going away. I've done decided as soon as we for a fact have that, it's going away. So now that you know which ones of these I'm actually pulling out for, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of it and just speed it on along for you guys. Alright, now that we have everything transferred over, we are going to go ahead and go in and figure out what denominations we need. The clearer versions of these are available in my Etsy shop, so go ahead and go check that out. Also be sure to check out anything in my shop, as I am currently doing the a savings challenge for somebody. This month is for Jay the Dragon. All of those proceeds are being donated each month, and then Jay has decided to donate those to a kid in need, so all that's going to her, or I mean to a child. Alright, so we're going to do 4 $100 bills. For our utilities, I'm going to do 2 100s, 2 50s, that's 3, the 20, 2 10s, and 2 5s. So 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. For upgrade, we're going to do 2 100s, a 50, a 10, a 5, and 5 1s. Because it's not actually 270, it's like 260 something. And so I just leave the extra amount that I don't put into the bank in there and just let it roll over. Unless something happens and I need it. AT&T will just get 2 $100 bills. Dining out will get its normal 2 5s. Gas will get 3 20s, 3 10s, and 2 5s. Groceries will get 6 20s, 2 10s, and 2 5s. So let's see. That's 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 130, 140, 145, 150. Okay. Just making sure my math skills are working, guys. Just making sure they're working right. Household will be getting a $10 bill. Nicotine will be getting a 20, a 10, and 2 5s. Self-care will get its normal 10. Snacks will get its normal 21s. Now, I know that during the month of December, and then there's always times where that what I do is I always take out $20 a week for snacks. I do that all year round. Now, my kids are not always in school. So when they're out for Christmas break, or they only go for a couple days that week, or whatever, anything that they don't use out of that gets put into their own envelopes. Like, for instance, we just had Thanksgiving, and so they only went 2 days instead of 5. So I took the remainder amount of money and I split it halfway between both of their envelopes, so that way they're still adding to it. So next we're going to go down to car maintenance, which will be getting a 5, family time 5, fur babies 5, Idgits will get a 10 and 2 5s, and then for Christmas I think I'm just going to do a 20 and that single $1 bill. I may end up just leaving that dollar in my checking account as a kind of a buffer for a random little change or something, but yeah. So now let's see how many we have of each. So we have 4, 6, 8, 10. Alright, so I have now wrote down how many of each denomination we have. So we're going to go over to our first page, and I'm going to transfer those amounts over real quick. Alright, now that I have transferred those over, let's do some math and make sure that we equal the total that we needed. So 1,000, 240, 130, 80, 0, 26. Alright, so now that we have the total amounts, before we actually total this column up, I'm going to go back over here to what I had listed that we're going to pull, and I'm going to add up all of these numbers real quick, and let's see how we did. Okay, so it should have been 1616 is how much that we should be figuring up to stuff. Also, whenever I do these, if you've watched me before, I always write down what I started with and then my balance after I add the amount. And off camera, I do always fill in here what the actual remaining total is, what we started with and what we ended with. But let's see if this totals 1616. I have 1626, so we messed something up. We're off by $10, so let me see what I messed up. Well, that didn't take very long. So there are actually only 12 10s, not 13. Y'all can verify that with me. Should be 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I had counted this one, I believe. So we will go back over here. We will fix this to say 12 and 120. And now that should be our 1616. And there we go. 1616. All right. So yeah, that is our budget for our December, as well as that's our budget for December as well as for the first week. So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I appreciate you guys sticking with me and watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You're having a great holiday season. I hope it's not stressing you too much. And I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, guys, carry on.